Namaste students. Let us start with the next concept of chapter staffing. In the previous video, you have understood the meaning of staffing, its process, its features. So now let us start with the next topic, that is recruitment. Now recruitment and selection, they both are the components of staffing, because recruitment plus selection plus training equals to staffing only. So we'll be discussing each and every component in detail. So let us start with the first component, that is recruitment. Before explaining you the meaning of this word recruitment, I would like to give you one example, and through that example you will automatically understand the meaning of this word recruitment. You might have seen newspapers like Employment News, or even simple newspapers like Tribune or Hindustan Times, etc. There is one column there, no, situation vacant, if you might have seen. And what all things are written over there, that so and so person is required in a company, right? You must have seen all these things, no, that when a company gives some applications or invite some applications for job. So this process of inviting application is known as recruitment. Whenever in a company we need some employees for work because we have some vacant post, then in that case the companies, what do? They invite applications from public. Fine. The company encourages the people to come and apply in their organization. So this process is known as recruitment. So recruitment is the process of inviting the people or stimulating them, encouraging them to come and apply for the jobs in the organization. Now first of all, I would like to tell you that recruitment is a positive process. Positive process means whenever you apply in a company, no company will reject your application, or no company will say no to you that you can't apply in our company. Yes, it may happen that when you apply, afterwards your applications may be rejected at the time of selection when they don't find you suitable for the job. Fine. But in case of the recruitment, no company can say no to this thing, that so and so person from so and so state cannot apply in the company. You have never read this thing anywhere, and it's next to impossible even that a company says this sort of things, that a person from Punjab or a person from Haryana cannot apply in our company, or so and so a person belongs to so and so religion cannot apply to our company. Because recruitment is a positive process where each and every person is requested or invited to apply for jobs in the organization. So now I hope the meaning of recruitment is clear to you. So now let us start with the sources of recruitment. There are two sources of recruitment, students. The first is internal sources and the other is external sources. First of all, we'll explain the meaning of internal sources, its advantages and disadvantages. Internal sources means when a company tries to fill up the vacant post in the organization from within the organization itself. It means instead of hiring the people from outside, what do? They choose people who already are working in the organization, and then they are shifting that person to the vacant post. Let me make it more clear, that instead of hiring or instead of inviting applications from general public or from outside, the present employees of the company only are shifted to the vacant post. It means we are not calling any candidate from outside, rather those who are working in the organization itself are being selected for the vacant post. Now there are two sources, or there are two ways of doing internal recruitment. The first is transfer and the other is promotion. You have already heard these terms so many times, or you might have come across these terms so many times in your life. Transfer means shifting a person from one place to another. Like suppose if a company has 3 branches, fine, branch A, branch B and branch C. If a person is shifted from branch A to branch B or branch A to branch C, it is known as promotion. But you need to understand few things, that promotion is a horizontal shifting. Horizontal shifting means that when a person will be shifted from one branch to the other branch, then in the next branch also he will be getting the same workload same salary, same status which he was getting in branch A. Means if Ram is working as a production manager in branch A, now just to motivate him, or just to motivate him, we shifted him from branch A to branch B, and branch B is in a posh area and branch A was in a rural area. So just to encourage him, just to motivate him, what we did, we shifted Ram from branch A to branch B. Now in branch B also Ram is going to do the same job. He will work as production manager only, like his roles, his responsibilities and duties will remain the same, and his salary status also will remain the same. That's why it is known as horizontal shifting. Horizontal means he is just shifted from branch A to branch B. There is no raise in the salary, no raise in the status, no raise in roles, responsibilities and duties. Only the workplace is changed. Fine. So we transfer people from one area to another area, or from one branch to another branch, like for their betterment also, and just to give them a good lesson as well. You might have seen in many movies also that like a person who is doing good for a city, an inspector who is doing good for a city, the authorities, they shifted him or her to some other branch which is in a very rural area, or in a very interior area. So it means that transfer can be done for betterment also, means for positively motivating a person as well as for negatively motivating him also. So only workplace is changed, and it is a horizontal shifting. Now coming over to promotion. Promotion is entirely opposite, or like opposite of transfer. In case of promotion, like a person has been shifted from basically we can shift a person also and we cannot shift a person also. It means the one who was working as a purchase manager or a production manager in a company has been given the post of general manager. So this is known as promotion. It is a vertical shifting, means earlier you were working at middle level. Now as the company has given promotion to you, so now you will be working at top level. So this is vertical shifting. Here the role, the responsibilities, the duties, the salary, the status will also increase. That's why it is a vertical shifting. So what is the difference between transfer and promotion? In case of transfer, only the workplace is changed, rest all the things will remain same. Here workplace may change or may not be changed. Fine. But the status, the role, the duties, the salary, everything will increase. So this is known as promotion. So now these two are the internal sources. So what you can conclude from this point, that in case of transfer, what are we basically doing? That suppose in one branch there is surplus members in one department. In the other branch there is shortage of staff. So what are we basically doing? We are shifting out like few persons from one branch to another branch. Fine. So it means transfer is basically done especially in the case when there is surplus in one department and shortage in another department. Now in both the cases, the employees are already working in the organization. We are shifting that person who was working in branch A, it means he was already the employee of the company. In case we are giving promotion to a person who was already working in the company, it means we are not hiring any person from outside. Now coming over to its advantages, the first is motivation to employees. See, when you know that if you work efficiently or if you work effectively, there are chances of promotion, then obviously this sort of promotion, or when you know this thing that if you work well or if you achieve the given targets well on time, then you can expect transfer in a posh area also, or transfer in your hometown itself. It means at times the transfer and promotion can motivate or can serve as a or can become as a motivation for employees also. Next is less expensive. See, you don't have to advertise somewhere. Fine, you don't have to call people from outside. You don't have to set up a interview panel, or you don't have to set up a place or exact time where you are going to conduct the interviews. Why? Because you are not hiring any person from outside, so it is less expensive. And now it is a very simple process. The one who is efficient promote him, because you already know the caliber of that person, you know how that person has worked for the companies or how much honest or dedicated he or she is. So you like your time will be saved, and it's not a complex process, it's very easy, because already you know the bent of mind of that particular person or his or her mindset, so you don't have to waste so much of time. That's why it is a simple process. And then no over and understaffing. Overstaffing means when we have surplus members in a department, and understaffing means when there is shortage of staff. So as I told you that we resort to this process of transfer when there is surplus in one department and shortage in another department. So there is no over and under staffing. Now coming over to its disadvantages. First is not suitable for a new company. See what I told you, that a company is already there, the employees are already working in that company, we are just shifting those employees, or we are just going to transfer those employees. It means this thing is not possible for a new company. Why? Because in case of new companies, because the company you have just established, and for the very first time you are going to fill those vacant posts, so it means that you पहले आपके पास employees थे ही नहीं. I hope you are getting my point. Next is lack of fresh talent. See, when you are hiring people from inside only, when you are promoting the existing staff itself, it means that you are not giving opportunity to the young blood or the fresh talent, which can or which may give you new ideas and innovative ideas. Then lack of competition. See, when a person who is already working in a company, he or she knows the policy of the company, that promotion is time bound. Time bound promotion means that if you work for 5 years or 10 years in this company, surely the company is going to promote you. They'll not be hiring people from outside for a higher most post. Rather, they'll be using the employees, those who are already working. They'll promote them only. So when employees, they have this feeling in them, that promotions are time bound. We definitely are we will get promotion after 5 years or 10 years. Then they may not work with, dedication. They may work, they may not work efficiently and effectively. So productivity can also be low. Because when you know that surely you are going to get the promotion, then there is no feeling of competition. Because this thing is very clear that the promotion is done on seniority basis. The one who has served the organization for long will only get a chance. Then there is no competition at all. So this may bring a feeling of a lack of creativity among the employees, because they know that even if they are going to do so well for the organization is going to promote the persons, those who had been working for the last so many years. Next is lethargic. It's clear when you know that surely you are going to get promotion, or surely you are going to get the transfer when you say at your hometown or at a place where you want to seek the transfer, then you become very lethargic. When there is no competition, when you don't have a fear of competition in you, or when you don't have the fear of getting negatively motivated, then you will not work. So you may, or the employees may become less productive, and they may become lethargic as well. So I hope the meaning of recruitment and its sources are clear to you, along with its advantages and disadvantages. Thank you.